All right, we are back with another weekly meal plan. Recipes in the description. I keep forgetting to mention that, but all the videos, you go back, scroll, we leave the recipes in the description for you. And yeah, we're doing it live, so here we are. What is this first recipe that we're having, I believe, tonight?
What do you think it is?
Beats me. Something I can't pronounce. I already know that because I've seen the list this week and it's a bunch of things that I cannot pronounce. So let's go ahead and see what it is.
Yes, so first one is going to be a sweet potato and chickpea tajine.
So we got our what would be butternut squash chickpea tajine, but we did not have any butternut squash at the store today. So we went with sweet potatoes, baby. Sometimes you could switch it up.
Which is a North African stew.
We are super cultured, and we're trying to get you cultured.
Yep. So usually we make this one with butternut squash, but it's out of season right now, so we're going to substitute sweet potatoes for the butternut squash. I'm sure it'll still be super tasty.
I'm sure. Definitely. Okay, so we got our sweet potatoes. Got 2 of them.
Yep.
All right. We have
Chickpeas
Chickpeas
for the protein. Of course, we're going to have onion, garlic in there. We'll have some carrots chopped up in there. We already have the carrots. As well as some chopped apricots, some lemon juice, spinach.
freshly squeezed lemon juice, of course, like always.
Some spinach, a little cilantro to top it off. And then this one, some crushed tomatoes in there as well. And vegetable broth, which we home make. But this one actually is topped with these kind of like spicy raisins. Is that how you describe them?
They're like sweet, marinated, spicy raisins.
Yeah.
Super good.
So,
I wouldn't even say they're spicy. I'd say they're like sweet, spicy, tangy.
Yeah. Because basically you take some cane sugar, some red pepper flakes, some apple cider vinegar, and then you heat that up so the sugar dissolves, and then you throw that over top of some raisins while the rest of it cooks, so it gets all those kind of flavors.
Oh, it is so good. I say this every time. One of my favorites. I have 958 favorites from Missy Christie's kitchen because everything she cooks is bomb. That's why we're bringing it to you guys. And also, notice, very limited to no processed foods. No fake meat, no tofu, no processed garbage. If you want to consider this processed, all right.
I mean, if anything, you'd say the apple cider vinegar, but again. And this is with the mother, okay? It's almost Mother's Day. Get it with the mother.
With the mother, baby. Don't leave the mother hanging. All right?
All right.
Moving on.
Next one.
All right. What's the next recipe?
All right. So the next one is going to be a white bean chili relleno.
All right. We might not be able to tell what this is, but these are the stuffed peppers. You see the peppers there? Missy Christie did a boss job on the presentation. And then underneath we've got some rice and chickpeas.
White beans.
White beans, not chickpeas. I'm just speaking out of habit. Ooh, what is this, the cashew cheese on top?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's so hard to see, but yeah, there's a pepper and another pepper. Oh, yeah. What a beauty.
I don't know if I said that right, but basically it means stuffed chilies. So we will be stuffing some poblano peppers, and they're going to be stuffed with some white beans, so we're using the cannellini beans, some onion, garlic, of course, and then frozen corn, which we don't have out because we don't want it to melt all over our table, and then some fresh spinach, which we already showed, and we'll have a little bit of a cashew cheese sauce on there, as well as a homemade red enchilada sauce, which we actually have most of the ingredients all ready for, except for some tomato paste.
So what are the rest of the ingredients that we have?
It's mostly just vegetable broth, spices. We'll use half the onion for the sauce, half for the actual peppers, and then we have leftover from last week in the fridge chipotle peppers in that sauce. So we'll be using those as well in there.
Awesome. Simple, easy, peasy. Breaking it down meal by meal is a lot more digestible, I'm seeing already. So it's a very small amount of stuff, but it's going to make a banger of a dish. And you have already seen the presentation, so you understand already. I don't have to describe anything else further. Moving on. All right, the next meal we have is mushroom bourguignon with potato and cauliflower mash. All right, here's the mushroom bourguignon. with the potato and cauliflower mash. Let's go ahead and do a scoop so we can get to that mash and see what's underneath it. Oh, yeah, buddy. I already know. It's a banger. I don't even have to say it. So let's go ahead and hear how we're going to achieve this.
Yep, so this is an Instant Pot one.
Oh, we are saving you time and effort. Yep. Instant Pot, easy peasy.
So this one's pretty cool. So in the kind of like bottom of the Instant Pot, we are going to cook up some celery, onion, garlic, these mushrooms. We're going to throw in some canned lentils just to keep the cooking time low and not overcook the mushrooms. And then on top of that, you're going to put like a little steamer basket in there. And then you'll chop up some cauliflower. And then we also already have potatoes, so we'll throw some chopped potatoes in there as well.
Oh, wow.
And so that way...
So we're putting the mash and the Bourguignon in the same Instapot.
So then
saving you dishes, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the one who has to do the dishes, so I love to hear that.
Yep. So as the mushrooms cook, the steam releases up into the potatoes and cauliflower, cooking those. So all you have to do is take those out and then kind of mash them down. So actually, I read this in the recipe, but it says if you want to add a little bit of extra protein, to take some white beans and mash those in with your potato and cauliflower. So that sounds pretty interesting. So
we are going to do it.
I'm willing to try it.
Yeah, because she knows that I need that high protein, baby. I'm a functioning athlete. I need that protein for them gains. I told her we need to show these people that vegans are not frail, baby. They are jacked and the healthiest people on earth.
Yep, and then in the mash, we'll be using a little bit of almond milk for the liquid, and then tons of spices, of course. And that's about it for this one.
Awesome. Moving on. Next recipe, roasted cauliflower steaks with lentils and Romesco sauce. All right, here's the cauliflower steak. I don't quite see the steak.
It's right there.
Oh, it's right there.
It's covered by the sauce.
It's just covered right here.
Yep.
This is the cauliflower steak. It's covered by the sauce. It's got lentils, black lentils, rice. What's the sauce?
It is called a Romesco sauce. So it's made out of roasted pepper, onion, garlic, some almonds, some spices, a little bit of olive oil.
Yeah. Don't know what that is, but we're about to hear. How do we achieve it?
Yep, so obviously for your cauliflower steaks,
cutting it long ways, I'm assuming.
You're
Boom,
gonna
boom,
need
boom,
cauliflower.
boom, boom.
Yeah, basically. So we'll cut it into kind of like an inch thick, about steak type piece, and then it'll be baked in the oven with a bunch of spices, and then as well we'll throw some bell pepper, onion, garlic in there as well to roast with it. And then we'll be cooking black lentils on the side. Now, I don't think I've ever actually had black lentils.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, actually.
So the recipe was like, oh, you could use black lentils or brown lentils. We do brown lentils all the time, but I'm like, black lentils? I'm like,
yeah,
that sounds kind of cool. So
we're going to try it.
We're going to try that. And then the sauce is going to be made with almonds as the base, which we already have in the pantry, some tomato paste, lemon juice, vinegar, some garlic, some spices. So it'll be kind of like a tomato-y type sauce.
Okay, awesome. Well, you guys have already seen how it looks. I'm excited to see how it looks myself. But that won't be until Wednesday for us.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Already for our Thursday recipe, it's another Instant recipe. We do Instant recipes 3 times a week because, like I mentioned, we are extremely busy and 3 of our days are really heavily loaded with activity. So we do the Instant recipes. You can do Instant recipes 3 times a week and have leftovers. I just eat an insane amount, so I don't leave much leftovers, fortunately and unfortunately. But for you, you could just rock with all of our Instant recipes and call it a day. But this one is Chilli Mac and Cheese. This is so good! All right, here's our beautiful Chili Mac. All right, what's in here? What are the noodles?
Chickpea noodles.
Chickpea noodles, high protein.
And then we have kidney beans and black beans and a cashew cheese sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Protein's off the charts.
So good. Pretty simple. Super healthy. Mac and cheese healthy? Oh, yeah, it is. You know why? Because we don't just use noodles. We use chickpea noodles lentil noodles or some sort of noodle that actually is high protein. So that's how we're starting our base right there. Chickpea noodles.
Yep. Chickpea noodles. Of course, we'll dice up some onion, bell pepper, garlic in there for some flavor. And our beans, we'll be using kidney beans and black beans.
Everything she makes has garlic in it.
It's true.
Just about.
It's true.
I'm cleaning that garlic press daily.
And then for our beans, we're going to be using 1 thing of kidney beans and then 1 thing of black beans, just for a little variety. And then, of course, throw some diced tomatoes because it's chili mac. And then actually the cheese part of it, we'll be doing a cashew cheese sauce, which we have all of the ingredients for, actually. So it'll be made out of cashews, cashew yogurt, some salsa, and then a bunch of spices, some nutritional yeast, things like that.
That's most of the time we're doing cashew cheese. It's actually a lot of cashews, nutritional yeast, some spices,
liquid,
super healthy, high protein, not just a couple cashews, a lot of cashews. Oh yeah, baby, a lot of cashews. Getting that healthy fat, healthy protein in there. Awesome. Simple, easy, beautiful presentation, as you have already seen. Tasty. Give it a try. Recipe in the description. All right, last meal for the week. Friday meal. Szechuan eggplant and chickpeas. Look at this beauty. Something eggplant. That's all I know.
Szechuan eggplant and chickpeas.
Szechuan eggplant and chickpeas, baby. Too good. I love anything Szechuan. This sounds like anything Szechuan. Forget about it. Forget about it. All right, let's hear it.
All right. So for this one, as the name suggests, we'll be having some sauteed eggplant with some chickpeas. And the sauce, we're going to make a Szechuan style sauce. So we'll be using some small batch tamari, which is gluten-free soy sauce.
Correct.
Some sesame oil, garlic, ginger, and then we already have some chili paste, and then we'll be throwing in some actual Szechuan peppercorns in there as well, which we've got. Topping it off with some green onions.
And that will successfully close us out for the week. I think we preferred this way, doing it meal by meal presentation, because it does simplify it. Like when I'm seeing this right now, I'm like, wow, this looks really simple, easy, and digestible. Versus when everything's on the table, it could be a little overwhelming. I understand that. But this is straightforward, basic, simple stuff like this. You purchase, it's in your cabinet for months and months and months. And you're pretty much down to, you buy 2 eggplants, a thing of ginger, garlic, green onions, and 2 cans of beans. I mean, how cheap is that for a healthy meal? Plus the other things that we have floating around in our cabinet for a couple months at a time.
Make rice as a side again.
Yeah, super cheap. So cheap, easy, simple. No processed foods. Not doing the fake meat that costs you a ton of money. Not doing tofu that doesn't cost you a ton of money, but it's not really the most ideal thing to eat every single night.
But still, those 2 things of beans way cheaper than a block of tofu.
Definitely. And we're not against the fake meat or tofu at all. We do eat that occasionally, especially if we're going out to eat, and that's the only option. And we used to do that as well, but we are trying to steer away from that. For the past couple years, we have successfully done so, and that's why we're making these videos, because we're trying to show other people how simple and easy it can be from regular people. But thank you for watching. We will see you next time.